radio station.
It's the come up, baby.
I got some questions I need answers to. And baby, you know what I'm trying to do. I'm getting stoned on a daily. You ain't been calling me lately. You used to call me baby. We both toxic and crazy. I want that old thing back. But truth be told, we're holding. Back in the day, when you were still babe, we roll up a J and we would get faded. Minimum wage, now it's triple the pay. But I go back in time if you promise to stay. Stay with me, baby, come and lay with me. Just come spend the day with me.
Yo. Y'all know what it is, man. We're back for another episode of Keeping It Real on the Come Up. Got another special guest for y'all today, man. You know what I mean? One of the hottest producers in the upstate. You know, my boy doing his thing, man. He got a couple of artists that he produces for. He got a label that he signed to. You know what I mean? My man been doing this thing for a little minute, man. Shout out to Swank, shout out to Love, shout out to Chemo, shout out to whole 197. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, y'all please give a round of applause for my man, Days on 85. Please, y'all give a round of applause. He in the building today. My man. Yes, sir. But hold up, before we get to that, man, y'all know what I got to do before we get to the episode and get rolling. I got to bring up my man, Juice Matez Lemonade. Make sure y'all go check it out, man. Hit him up on Facebook, Instagram. I don't even know if he got a TikTok, but if you type it in, maybe he do. But if he do, hit him up on there. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on him at Lucky's. Pull up on him at Visions. Pull up on him, man, on the street. If you see him out there, man, pull up on him. But anyway, man, make sure y'all go get the lemonade, man. Juice Matez Lemonade. And now that we got that out the way, Days.
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Man, I'm living, bro. How you doing?
I'm living, man. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Good, beautiful day, man. It was a little rainy at first, but
yeah,
it's turning to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, this weather kind of crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, man, it's up and down, man. It was just warm. Now it's a little chilling, and I'm guessing next week we're going to see what it's going to be like.
Yeah, they said it might snow.
Shit, I ain't talking about it snowing, man. I
don't know what to wear outside.
Yeah, man, might have to move or something. Boy, it look crazy, but it might be the end of time. But nah, man, so what's good with you, though, man?
Man, just been working, bro. You know, a lot of projects been working on, singles, you know, videos, you know, content, just, you know, trying to elevate myself every day, you know what I'm saying? Just keep on working with the great people I have around me. So, you know, put me in position to succeed and everything like that. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah, man, you got a great team, man. You got a lot of people that you produce for, so I know you're staying busy on your end, man. So let's talk about the production, man. Okay. Let's just go back. Who was Days on 85, man? Who was that?
So, man, that's a great question. So, to go back, I started off doing music under the name Ramiro Chavez. So I was writing and I was, you know, producing always. But me and Snook actually started I was producing for Snook, and I would just sing all the hooks on the songs and everything like that. And I was like his engineer, his producer, you know, say everything like that. It's my best friend, but also my manager. But started off then, and then me and him both hopped in this group called the Class Matez. So when we hopped in that group, it was a production and a writing team. Yeah. So me and Snook was more so the writers, and then we was in the Class Matez with Nobu Sounds and a guy by the name of Frankie who's taking off in the art world now. Yeah. So we moved to LA for a little while, came back home, and me and another artist, his name is K. Austin, we decided to do a mixtape together. And we was just up and down on the road from here to Atlanta to Charlotte, just driving up, you know, just getting inspiration, you know, doing music. And one day we was with Nobu Sounds in Atlanta, and he was like, man, y'all up and down 85. Y'all spending days on 85. Yeah. So that was the beginning of that, and that was actually the first project name. It was called Days on 85. Okay. And so as time progressed, maybe like a year or so later, I changed my name from Ramiro Chavez to Days on 85 because I was still in that grind. Yeah, and, being from here, being from the Carolinas, you're going to be on 85. Chasing that dream, you know what I'm saying?
Up, Charlotte, Atlanta.
Charlotte, Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Like, And I'm still on 85 all day. You know what I'm saying?
I've been on 85 the whole week. Like, but I think every day I don't touch 85, man.
Yeah. So Days on 85 is me as a person, but it's pretty much everybody who the story can fit for everybody who's on that grind.
Like Travis Porter in a sense.
Yeah, it's like everybody who on that grind, right? Like you spending days on 85 trying to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you from the Carolinas, man? You been on 85, man.
Yeah, you spending days on it.
Yeah. Especially if you get into it, man. Days on 85. So
and I wanted something that could connect with where I'm from. You know, being from Spartanburg, I wanted something that can connect with that, and also too, like when people hear that who might live in Texas or who might live in LA or New York, they're like, "What's 85?" You know what I'm saying? I can explain that to them. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like I always got a piece of home with me. It's in my name. You know what I'm saying?
Still get your Days on 85 chain. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not really a jewelry guy, but you know, that'd be hard.
Hey, bro, get an 85 chain. Days on 85 for like a little sun on the road. You know what I'm saying? 85, man. That's another story though, man.
You might have to design it.
Man, listen, I'm like you. I don't even like all the big chains and stuff. But I know, but people getting their chains, that'd be something. That'd be dope, though. Yeah, maybe a rapper will do it. Somebody else do it, man.
For sure.
Man, got to spot do a Days on 85 in peace.
I wouldn't mind having one if there's any jewelers out there who want to, you know, bless me. You know what I'm saying?
But once he don't want a bit Mike Jones, people just get them right.
Yeah, you know, I'll take a little something.
A little something. So producing, man, how long have you been doing it?
Man. So I want to shout out my brother first. My brother Shad Scott. He's one of my biggest inspirations as a producer.
Okay.
So growing up in the house with him, I really had no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, dive into it. So I don't want to give like a time frame on it because realistically I've been producing since I could touch a computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's been
I couldn't tell you like maybe since like seriously since I was like 10 or 11. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to put like a time on it though, because I probably would be wrong. But it's been a long time.
Yeah,
it's been a long time.
And it's crazy because talking to another producer the other week. You know, same situation. Been producing since they was little, so it's not like a timeline. So when you doing that, you have to really be talented. I'm guessing to be a producer because there's a lot of creativity behind it.
It is. I mean, honestly, it's being a producer. It takes a lot of listening first, right? Like being in the room and just listening to others talk and others, you know, like just watching and listening, right? So, like I said, being in the room, my brother 10 years older than me.
Okay.
So I didn't never want to be the little brother who got kicked out of the room.
Yeah.
So I'll go in there and I'll just sit still. I'll sit quiet. You know, he'll have people come through, work on music, rappers come through, other producers come through, and I'll just sit in the back and I'm watching them the whole time they're doing it. Not saying a word, you know, being a fly on the wall, really.
Yeah.
And when he would leave, you know what I mean, whether it was to go out with his friends or, you know what I mean, go to work the next morning, I'm sneaking in his room. I know how to cut the computer on now because I watched him do it.
Yeah.
I know the password now because I watched the keystrokes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing because he had FL at the time.
He gonna be mad when he hear this.
But see, the thing was, back then, too, like, I wasn't saving the work because I ain't want to save it and him see it later. So I'll just do as much as I could and then bounce it down. So I couldn't go back to it. So I'll just have it to like play it for Snook and play it for somebody else.
Yeah.
And like back then he had Fruity Loops. So I didn't know how to work Fruity Loops at all, but I would just watch him. So I'd be like, he clicked this button. Let me click it. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, I probably did that for like a year before he even knew that I was in there. You know what I'm saying? Really working on his computer and stuff. So
how was it like when he found out that he like, all right, I'm gonna take it under my wing now since I know you've been doing it? Or was it like, man, get out of my room?
Nah, it was never like get out of my room. My brother, for people who know my brother, he's like, if you can impress my brother, then it's like the world. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, to this day, if I make a beat and he hit me back and he like, yo, this hard, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't care if Diddy hit me and say it was hard. It ain't gonna feel the same like my brother telling me it's hard because I look up to him so much. So he didn't necessarily tell me not to come in the room, but he didn't tell me to stop coming in the room either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, I don't mind if you in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And after a while, I just, you know, I didn't buy my own computer till I moved because he just let me.
Yeah.
And to this day, he'll still send me. He'll be like, I got this program. He might not be like, hey, I got this program for you, but he's like, I got this program. You want to check it out? He came to the house the other day. He was like, I got this program. You want to check it out? And I know, like, for me, that means the world to me because he don't necessarily be like, hey, you know, let's work together. But I know when he want to work, like, you know, he'll just bring stuff over.
That's his language of saying let's
work.
Yeah.
I guess his love language. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like, so, but nah, I love him to life, man, and that's my guy. But yeah, him, man, he really helped shape me to become a producer.
And shout a bit, bro, man. And that's crazy. That was gonna lead to inspiration. So I see there's a lot of inspiration from your brother.
Man, my whole family, really.
Yeah, your whole family. So your whole family is music. Like musical inclined.
Yeah. So my oldest brother, like I said, he produces. My middle brother, he don't produce anything like that, but he's really like into the arts and everything like that. So growing up in my house, you would hear Master P. And then I'll go in this room and I'll hear like the Disney Channel music. And then my mom and my pops, they was, heavy in church. So like I grew up in the church, so I would hear like a lot of gospel. So I'm influenced by like across the board. Like one day you get in my car, you might hear John Mayer, then you'll hear like Uncle Luke, you'll hear just random. Like, why do you like that? You'll hear Lil Kiki, like I'm big on Houston music. Yeah. So like it's a lot of different music in my household that I just love. Like I don't think nobody can challenge me when it comes to like my knowledge of music in different genres. Cause some people, they be like, oh, he only know hip hop or R&B. It's like, nah, I really grew up with everything.
Yeah. So music, not just a genre. You know the whole
of it. I'm a fan of all of it.
So with being, what's your favorite genre then? Like if you have to sample music, what is your go-to as far as like genre of music or a time in music?
My favorite music to listen to is R&B. Absolutely. Like without a doubt. R&B is probably a top between R&B and like gospel. You know what I'm saying? Like early 2000s gospel too. I'm talking about like that, Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond range. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, to me, that's just a special time. Commission, Men of Standard. Again, I heard all this in my household. But also just like R&B, like 2000s R&B, 2010s, like early 90s, and of course hip hop, of course too. But I'll dabble in the country. But if I had to give a definitive answer, R&B for sure. Yeah.
So R&B is your favorite genre to pull music from.
Yeah.
So with sampling.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the sampling.
Okay.
How does that go? I want to know the breakdown of like process wise, as far as like when you get in the studio. Like, what is your process of getting in the studio and getting into that groove?
Man, it honestly depends on who I'm working with. So with somebody like Luck. Shout out to my brother Luck, but working with him like over the last like year or so, I've come to like know what he really, really likes, which is more so like his favorite rapper is J. Cole. So like knowing he loves like more soul sampling, you know what I'm saying? So to dive back into like the 70s or the 80s, I love to do with
Earth,
him.
Wind, Fire and all that.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Marvin Gaye. Anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I come up on a lot of like newer music to me. I was born in 91, so it's like...
I'm born in 90, so...
Yeah, so like, I didn't really hear that as much, you know what I'm saying? Like when I got to the age to where I was picking from music to listen to, but I'm aware of all of it, of course. But yeah, with him, just honestly like listening to a bunch of 70s and 80s, and then like with other people like Chemo, you know what I'm saying? We sampled something that was as recently as like 2015, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With R&B. So, and then, like somebody like Swank, it's like, I know the sounds that she like, you know what I'm saying? I can sample from R&B, but it's like I pull in like little nuances that you wouldn't even know, like this is from an R&B song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, because you can flip things to make them sound
different, and it's the whole time it's a song that
Absolutely.
one of your favorite songs for 10 years, 20 years ago.
Man, bro, like you can sample something from, like I love how The Good Life by Kanye, like how they sampled PYT from Michael Jackson. And it's like, if you're not really paying attention to it, you be like, I know this, but what is this from, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, this is from PYT, but it's like, wow, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't realize, like, Burna Boy, I didn't realize that was Tony Braxton. And I was like, is that Tony Braxton? She's like, yeah, that's Tony. I'm like, bro, I did not know that for like the whole 6 months I've been listening to the song.
Yeah.
I finally caught on to what it was. So, yeah. I can see that being said, like, you hear it, but you might be like, man, what is that? And then you kind of catch it. Okay, that's such and such.
Yeah.
They sped it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And flipped it a little bit. So you catch it, but you got to really pay attention to it.
Man, I'm a huge fan of like producers who sample like stuff to where they make it sound like, oh wow, I didn't know you could flip it like that. You know,
so who's your favorite producer now?
My favorite producer, that's a full
producers.
Question. Yeah, it's a lot. Of course, the huge names, Timbaland, Pharrell, Jermaine Dupri is like one of my favorite producers of all time because he writes as well.
Yeah.
He's just so versatile. Like like he can write the song and he can write the hip hop record or rap the hip hop record. He can produce it. He can write the R&B record. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's so versatile. But I love this producer by the name of DJ Camper.
Okay.
He works with her a lot. Oh man, he cold. Of course, like, you know, the OGs, Quincy Jones, Kanye is like, to me, still like one of the best producers of all time. You know what I'm saying? It's so many, but J Moss is another producer who I look at, just super cold, underrated. You know, but yeah, those are the main ones who I would, you know, say.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, like as far as working with any mainstream artists, or any just big placements, have you have any came about? So, like,
yeah. We got placements with John Legend, Rick Ross. Worked on MTV's Teen Mom. Damon John from Shark Tank. We did his whole spoken word album.
Okay.
I miss LA, who signed to, I want to say he signed to Motown at the moment, but yeah, he was signed to Atlanta when we worked with him. Stacey Barth, we worked on Empire, the TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a good bit.
Got a good bit of credit.
Yeah, Sabrina Claudio.
So
yeah,
how is it like, you know, being like, do you rather not be famous and keep doing what you're doing, or would you want to be more known to the public? Like,
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think, if you seeking fame from doing music, to me, honestly, I would do music for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a basketball player. Like, of course you want everything that come with it, but like if LeBron went in the NBA, he'll be at the YMCA still putting up shots. You know what I'm saying? So that's like it is with me. I treat everybody the same though across the board. If I'm producing for John Legend, or if I'm producing for a guy down the street, I'm gonna treat it the same way because I love music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter like, oh, this person is looked at like this. It's like I'm trying to make the best songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want them to make the best songs because we all our music go to the same platform anyway.
Yeah.
It ain't like John Legend's go over here and ours don't go there. It go to the same place.
You know
what I'm saying? Now he might have more push behind it, but at the same time, I'm trying to make the best songs.
Yeah.
So.
And it come back full circle. Somebody gonna see it and want to work with you.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, to this day, I mean, I'm constantly working with, you know, with the mainstream artists to this day. But I think over the last couple of years, I made like a conscious effort to tap into like the area a lot more. Yeah. And to like, you know, the talent that we have around here.
Oh, it's a lot of talent. I've been finding out the last couple of weeks.
Man, so much, bro.
So it was a story that Swank was telling us about. You sending placements to you like on day, was it 40 something at the time? So what day are you on now?
I can tell you right now. That's how I keep up with how many days. I'm doing a reference every day for the whole year. So it's gonna be 365. So a reference is basically I have all these producers who I work with too outside of myself, who get stuff placed, right? A placement, of course, you already know what that is. But a reference is like for these R&B artists. So if you take somebody like like a Summer Walker, right? So if I write a song, I'm like, this is for Summer Walker. I do the song and I ship it out to her people, right? Because they're working on a project for her, right? Now I can be picked up, she sing it, they bring me in to write, but I'm giving myself more opportunity for more placements. So
365 days. Well, that's a lot of placements you sitting out for the year.
Man, listen, and that's
every day. That's consistency.
That's just like what I'm doing reference wise.
So you're writing the music.
Yeah, I'm writing all the songs. Yeah. So
every day you got a song.
Yeah. So I want to show you this right here. Yeah, last night was day 68. So this is our Winter 97 text. So yesterday was 68. Today is 69. I'm gonna do it as soon as we leave here.
Woo.
Yeah. But
on fire.
Nah, I just want you to see it. Like, if you see it, like, these are all songs.
And them the beats, the song, everything.
Yeah,
man.
So I'm working with some dope producers. Shout out to my boy Daffy. Shout out to Glenn Dollison. Shout out to Nobu Sounds. Shout out to my brother Shad Scott. Shout out to Doc Deezy. Like a ton of producers I'm working with. Shout out to Da Vinci. Is a producer out of Dallas, Texas. Cold, man. So
you got a lot of artists, just not enough. You a lot of producers that you live.
Yeah. I mean, I've like I said, I've lived in LA. I lived in Atlanta. So, and you know, just working in the industry, of course, you meet a lot of people and just build relationships. So that's the main thing about life, just building those relationships.
Yeah. So how is it being a producer as far as like, you know, you got the artists, you got the managers, but what do you fall in line as being a producer? Like, what is your place as far as like when you like just being a producer? How is
So I don't necessarily box myself in as just a producer because I have so many roles, I guess, right? So of course with Winter 97, we got like the management team. And shout out to Snook yet again.
Snook.
You know, Bree Cunningham, Austin James, Stacia Fields. That's our admin team. And they take care of all our artists. So we have Wordplay Luck, we got Chemo, we got Every Second, myself, Adam Black. I think I said, I think I said everybody. So, and Swank. I don't know if I'm sorry if I didn't say Swank. Swank, of course.
We ain't forgot about the Swank.
No.
Don't beat him up.
Couldn't forget about Swank. Oh my gosh, like Swank is a superstar. So we have a phenomenal team. So, you know, I'm also an engineer. So I'll play whatever position we need at the time. So when Swank, when her last album, and get that, by the way, Find a Swank, available now on all streaming.
Go get it.
But when she came to us with the album, I just told her to trust me to executive produce it. So she already has producers who work with her, right? You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all those guys, man. Phenomenal job. I just came in and I moved stuff around, engineered the whole thing, did a couple beats, did a couple switch ups, you know, but that was my position there. With Luck, I'm literally producing the whole thing and bringing other people in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Carolina Beach, shout out my brother Shad Scott, you know, shout out Mars. So I'm bringing these other people in to help, you know, do that, right? Yeah. And then like with somebody like Chemo, on this last project Chemo just dropped, I didn't do any production on there, but I was just a listening ear for him, you know what I'm saying? And just to help out, come to sessions, you know, give my opinions here and there, you know what I'm saying? But
that's good though, you know, to have somebody in your corner that pull up on you and just kind of like be there to like, hey, look, I'm gonna critique, you know, help you out with the whoop.
Yeah, that's dope. But I like playing all the positions. Like I tell people all the time, like, you know, I'm not like a hooper, but I used to hoop back in the day. But I consider myself a person who could play every role on the basketball team. Yeah, I can be the coach. I can be the star point guard. I can be the 3-and-D guy. I can be the dude going there and get all the fouls. I can be the dude just sit on the bench. I can be the dude pouring up the water. I can do everything because we all need all those positions to succeed. You know,
the most important man on the team.
Man, that's how I want everybody, like all of us, to contribute because all of us have it in us. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have just one thing we're good at. Yeah. Sometimes we just find that one thing and we stay on that. When it's like, nah, you might be dope at drawing too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you just didn't do it in the last 10 years. Yeah. So it's like, hey, you know, make sure you spend time with all your gifts each day. Yeah. That's how I look at it.
That's what's up, though, man, because that's an important, even engineering, like, it's hard to find people that engineering, so to be able to do all them hats, and man, that's
bro, that happened by, I had to, like I said, my brother would leave. I ain't had nobody else to come in there and show me how to do it. So I would do it myself, and then shout out to YouTube University. I got on there and figured out how to maneuver everything and all the plugins, and then over time I just started sitting with engineers and sending them stuff. Shout out to Jordan Easler and Spartanburg at Speak Life. You know, he's helped me a whole lot. Shout out to Maddox. He's helped me a whole lot just getting better at my craft and the countless sessions. When I go to sessions, I'm sitting right there next to the engineer because I need to see what he's doing and then apply it to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So, man, let's talk about, I'm saying it right, Days in Paris.
Oh, Lonely in Paris.
Lonely in Paris. Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. I don't listen to things so many times. I don't want to confuse it. So let's talk about it, man. Okay. So, that's been out for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It'll be 3 years in November. It came out in November 2020.
But you just dropped Deluxe.
Yeah.
So that let me know music never gets old anyway. Because that album, I thought it was brand new until I went and looked at it. I'm like, okay, it came out in 2020. But I'm like, man, this is timeless music. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. How did that come about, that project?
Man, that project during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? And I actually had a song called Lonely in Paris that me and my boy Frankie Zombie had did. And I was living in LA when I did the song, and it was just like a dope concept to me. Like, because Paris is like one of those cities to where you're in and you're like, oh, this is the city of love, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go here with your significant other. Mm-hmm. You don't travel there by yourself. Mm-hmm. So to be lonely in Paris has to be the most depressing thing ever. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to make I like making cohesive projects too. I like stuff that has a storyline. Mm-hmm. So when I was making that, it was just more so, that was the first time I got to dial in as Days on 85 really, and to create a project. And a shout out to my boy PJ Donald. Shout out to all the features on there, Jason. Where's Neil? Shout out to Wordplay Luck. He wrote on there as well. Yeah. But yeah, when we did that, I was in a really good space, music. I'm in a great space right now, but I think I was catching my groove. Yeah. Not only as a songwriter, but as a producer.
So was you singing on the album?
Yeah, that's me. All of it is me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know the whole. I'm thinking you had different singers.
Nah,
So
that's
my
me.
thing was, I thought you did like a DJ Khaled,
Nah, that's me.
like you
Yeah.
produced the album and you brought other artists in to.
Nah.
So you, dang.
The only people who on there who's singing outside of me, every second is singing on the hook of Gorgeous, and Devin Scott is singing on there, and Ashanti A Dot Superstar, she's singing on there, but like background vocals, but everything else is me. Yeah.
That's what's
A
up,
lot of
man.
people don't know
So,
I'm an artist too. That's what I'm saying.
so,
Like,
so, so, so you even a bigger artist than you are a producer too.
yeah, like
That's
I
great.
said,
And I mean, you've been saying it, but this going now because it's just like sometimes when I didn't put a face on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm thinking that, because I know you're a producer. So when I look at you, I'm looking at the producer, but you
Yeah.
are a talented artist too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
wild.
yeah. I was an artist first. Like, I had mixtapes out when I was like literally like tapes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, we had
yeah,
the
yeah.
bird CDs and stuff. So, yeah, that's why I said I do pretty much everything that you can do musically.
Man, so you need to be hit maker then. That's what you is. Call you hit maker, man.
I
You like hit maker, man.
I just try to, like I said, I can sing the song, I can write the song, I can produce the song, I can outsource to get other producers, I can, you know what I'm saying, I also direct with Adam Black. We direct all the videos, and so we do all that. Executive produce, engineer.
Listen, man. So what do artists? So I know you say you looking to work with a lot of artists in the state. What do they have to do to get to work with you? Like, what is it like I know they probably got to go through Snook to get you, but like, I'm not even gonna say what are the fees or anything like that. But like, what is your willingness to really work with artists? Because I mean, obviously you got a lot of going on where they can really benefit and sitting, even if it's a conversation, sit down and talk to you about direction.
Yeah, I mean, I love expanding and working with a lot of different people. I'm working with a lot of different people right now. All it is, honestly, is reaching out, whether it's with me or to Snook. My time is a little busy as of right now, but time does open up too. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, we've had the 197 brunches and stuff like that too, where I got to meet more and more artists. We got the Upstate Music Awards coming up, to where it's gonna be more artists there who I hope to meet. So yeah, it's not hard at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, contact Snook, hit me up, DM me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people who got dope music, and I honestly DM people first.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like, yo, you dope.
Yeah.
That's how I come across a lot of people. The young gentleman we was talking about off camera, Jordan Lawson. I DM'd him because I saw him on Instagram, and I was like, yo, bro, you dope. And I found out he was from Spartanburg, and we got a song together now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So that's crazy. Yeah. So you and with Jordan Lawson, you said that's folk.
It's like, I don't know what they categorize it in. Just think about like John Mayer. Think John Mayer.
Okay.
Like, with like a little bit more groove to it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I categorize.
Okay, so main thing, don't box yourself in.
Don't box yourself.
That's different.
I don't believe in boxes.
Nah.
If I pack the move, I use bags.
Yeah.
I don't like
Put
boxes.
them in the bags, tote them out.
Yeah,
throw them in
yeah.
So with that being said, man, before we get out of here, I know minute of motivation, bro. Definitely. I mean, you done gave a lot of jewels today, man, but any motivation you can give to the people as far as just inspiring them, man, and keeping them motivated, let's get it.
Yeah, I would say, first and foremost, find out what you're good at. It might take a little while. It might come to you tomorrow, but find out what you're good at and then just dive into it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have your hiccups, you're gonna have your failures, right? You're gonna have your L's, but that's how you become somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's not too many people who start something day one and then day two they're famous or rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it does happen that way, they just found it faster. You know what I'm saying? So, but just continuously try to get better every day. You know, like, my main thing is learning something new every day about myself, about my craft, about the company I keep. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning my purpose in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, not necessarily just being here and existing. I want to live. You know what I'm saying? I want to get better every day. Yeah. I read, I watch, I'm really like very like optimistic about like life in general. You know what I'm saying? So it's people out there. If you're an artist, make sure you got a laptop, make sure you got a hard drive, make sure you got a microphone, interface, right? Start something. Because if you play basketball, you would have a basketball shorts, and a goal, right? So the same thing for if you're an actor, act every day. You ain't got to be on the stage every day, but act every day. You know what I'm saying? If you do music, write a line every day. You know what I'm saying? Do something every day to get yourself better.
Something like working out. You gotta make sure you're ready to go do it.
That's the only way to get better. Consistency. Consistency is the key, right? So my main thing in life, if anybody who's worked with me, they can always say he's consistent. I feel like I'm a great person. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep good people around me, and I like to stay humble. But also too, like I'm a worker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a work. If we in the room working, I'm a work. I'm gonna try to work as hard as I can, and usually that inspires other people to work hard too, and that's what I love.
Yeah, they see you working, they're gonna want to go even harder.
Yeah, it's just if you put a bad apple in a bunch of the other apples, they're gonna rot, right?
Yeah.
You put that good apple in there, they might shine a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They're gonna butt up real good.
Yeah, that's what it is. So just keep
y'all heard the man. Make sure y'all stay consistent, man. Work hard. And don't get in the box. You know what I mean? Get in the box, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, y'all, I'm glad to have my man here today with me.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you having me.
If you can give people your social media handles, they don't know where they can find you
at.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I love to hear it.
Yeah, so I'm only on Instagram because I'm really not big on social media, like as far as like being on there. I like living life outside. You know what I'm saying? But it just...
Real active.
I'm sorry?
So you real active with it.
I just don't like being on the phone so much, you know what I'm saying? I remember how it was when I was in high school, and it was like we didn't have, to be on social media, you know what I'm saying? So I like to be out in front of people and call people on the phone, not text so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, have fun with my friends.
He said he on 85, man, so you got to catch him, you know what I mean? He'll check his Instagram every now and then.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, though. So at Days on 85, DAYSON 85_. That's the only one I have. And you can contact Snook, my manager, as well. Great guy, so he'll respond to you. And that's at Darnell, DARNELL W97. So.
Y'all heard him. So go hit him up if you need some work. Yeah, man, they ain't scared to work with you. It might take him a little while to get back with you, but when they do, he gonna look out for you. You know what I mean? We gonna work. You know what I mean? And y'all know where to find me at. Keeping it real on the Come Up on Instagram, the Come Up Radio Station on Instagram, the Come Up Radio Station on Facebook. And make sure you guys download the app. If you got Apple or you got Android, you got one of the two. You know what I mean? Even if it's the bumper phone, you got one of the two. So make sure you go download the app, man. Y'all tune in. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to my man Days on 85 on that, man, to catch us on.
Please.
Y'all make sure y'all just go download the app and show some love, man. We trying to put on for y'all. And with that being said, man, we gonna get up out of here tonight.
Yes, sir.
Y'all take it easy. Peace.
I need a leg, yeah, we bout to turn up. How the shit in the city, yo, who fucking with it, yeah, we bout to burn up. Wanna show a feature, we sell out the bitches, so please get your funds up. We bout to up 1 year, that's what you call a come